Guys, I just found something insane in the charts. This only happened a single time in the complete Bitcoin price chart history, and I can already tell you, it is going to happen again in 3 days, and the last time it happened, guys, we saw a 40% price move right after that. Within 1 week, within 7 days, we saw a 40% price move. So I want to prepare you for this in today's video, so make sure you watch it till the very end. We are going to take a look at the big time frames, at the weekly time frame. We will take a look at the daily and also the 4-hourly and also the hourly chart. So I can tell you exactly what we have to expect from the Bitcoin price within the next couple of hours, days, and weeks. And also, guys, I wanted to tell you something now before we jump right into the content. First of all, make sure to subscribe, activate the bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Smash up a like on this video. Every single video of mine reaches 3,000 likes. So let's reach 3,000 likes here on this video as well. And one thing, guys, within the next 2 weeks, there will be a project launch that you don't want to miss out on, because similar projects in the past have reached fully diluted market capitalizations of $6 billion, $8 billion, and I'm involved in this project a little bit, and I made sure that you guys can actually get a portion of this project completely for free. Yes, you heard me correctly. Since I'm part of this project, I organized that. Guys, there will be token given out completely for free. You don't have to pay anything. It's completely for free and it has massive upside potential. So guys, please make sure to stick around. I will update you on this within the next 2 weeks. This is going to happen, and I can already promise you, you don't want to miss out on that. It's free tokens from a top tier project where a massive amount of people are involved. And I think I've never seen an opportunity like this. So I will keep you updated on this, so please subscribe and activate the bell. But now let's jump right into the charts. So first of all, what am I exactly talking about? Let's first of all take a look at the smaller time frames before I'm going to tell you what we saw in the past, which is going to happen in 3 days. Probably most of you can already guess that it has something to do with the current weekly chart. But let's first of all start with the small time frames. So on the hourly time frame, nothing that special is happening. We are just in a kind of way in a bull flag. The only problem is, right, the bull flag itself should never be longer than the bull flag pole, and it is way longer than the bull flag pole at the moment. So this is pretty much not really a bull flag, it's just a downwards channel. The thing is that I'm already on the smaller time frames looking at these price levels, right? I'm looking pretty much at the $60,700 price level. Tomorrow it will be probably like the $60,500 price level. I suggest you guys, you just draw this channel in your own chart. So as long as we don't break this channel to the downside, I think we are still in a fairly bullish territory, especially if we break it to the upside. We have to expect that Bitcoin definitely is going to retest here this very important resistance area that I'm going to talk about on the 4-hourly time frame in a second. But so far we're bouncing. It's not looking bad. We just need to break pretty much the $62,000 now in the next like 24 hours, and we would see a good breakout here out of this downward sloping channel, and that would be the first bullish sign on the 1-hourly time frame. On the 4-hourly time frame, it's pretty interesting because here we have a very big upward sloping channel actually, and we are bouncing perfectly at the support at the moment. So far also on the 4-hourly time frame, everything is still looking fairly good. I mean, for sure, as soon as we break here the $61,000 level with a 4-hourly candle close to the downside, we would need to expect more downside, at least to the $58,800 level again. But so far the bulls are strong enough to hold here support, and like I said, as long as we don't dump here below the $61,000 level on the 4-hourly time frame, also here everything looks like we are at least going to retest here this resistance area. And for sure, guys, this resistance area is still very important. I mentioned to you the $63,800 level in my last video. Guys, like I said, really stick around a little bit longer, because I'm going to talk about this massive thing that only happened once in the complete history of Bitcoin. So really stick around till the very end. But the $63,800 level, we sadly weren't able to break it to the upside. I mean, we were able to break it to the upside on the 4-hourly time frame, but we didn't really see a bounce confirmation or anything like that. With the next 4-hourly candle, we instantly closed below this resistance again. So this resistance never really turned into support. And sadly, I scaled up my long positions a little bit because I actually thought that as soon as we break above it, that the bulls will be strong enough, but they weren't. And also, I should have taken a look a little bit closer because it was relatively clear that this area here is the resistance area and not this area here below it. So it was very, very clear that if Bitcoin would get rejected, the bears would for sure wait till the very top here of the last small consolidation phase before our all-time high, which actually also represents the old all-time high, before starting to sell off heavily. So sorry for this, but it's just pretty much not all too bad because we never saw the confirmation. So now the new resistance area is for sure the $63,800 to $64,500 price level. I think this is the resistance we for sure have to break to the upside before we can expect like any bigger price move for Bitcoin. But this also, now let me talk about this thing on the weekly time frame, because I actually think in the next 3 days it will be necessary that Bitcoin is coiling up to retest this support once again. In the best case, we are closing very, very close to this resistance here. So we close at the $64,000 level, something like that at the end of the week. This would mean that we have a good chance. Not only we would start into the next week with a bullish daily candle if we reach the $64,000 level, which is very important in my opinion till the end of the week. No, guys, we would also buy this weekly candle a little bit more to the upside, right? It would be a little bit here to the upside, so it would be a fairly bullish weekly candle close. But the thing I wanted to talk about is actually the price movement in general that we are seeing Bitcoin doing at the moment. And we are doing it exactly after bouncing off our 8-year support and resistance channel. And I'm talking about an insane consolidation. The Bitcoin price on the weekly time frame pretty much hasn't moved since over 3 or pretty exactly 3 weeks now. As you guys can see, the candle openings and closes are pretty much the exact same. So on the bigger time frames, we are seeing almost zero price movement. And these small price movements here in between, big players are not trading. And this is saying that we have the next big move will be insane, because look at this. The last time we saw a consolidation like this, and we pretty much only saw it once in the complete Bitcoin history, we saw it here a little bit, but even here the weekly candle closes and openings are way more far from each other than at the current moment, and we still saw a massive run up. Every time we are like coiling up this heavily, same here, same exact thing here, we are coiling up, we see a massive pump. But the last time we really saw like this insane weekly candles not price moving is for once here, right before we saw our massive correction of 50%. And it happened once more, guys. In both cases, we were below our 8-year support and resistance channel. The second time was here. We got directly rejected from the 8-year support and resistance channel. And also here, guys, keep in mind, we saw a 30% correction right after that again. So if we are now talking about the last time it's happening, a 30% correction and a 50% correction, and we just take the average of 40% out of this, and we are now seeing the exact same thing. But actually we are above the 8-year support and resistance, and we are not going into this consolidation with a downtrend already. The last 2 times we came in with bearish weekly candles, we are now coming into this consolidation with massively bullish weekly candles. So this would mean next week we would actually need to expect, and I want to just show you this again, this massive price drop happened within, even if we just take these two, we saw a 46% price dump within 2 weeks. Here we saw a 30% dump within 1 week. So let's just take the upside, and let's just talk about maybe a little bit less, and the Bitcoin price is already like slowly reversing alive during the video. 20% would already put us way above the 11-year resistance, and if we break this 11-year resistance to the upside, we would actually need to expect massive buying volume to come in, because in not a single bull market we were so far able to break above it. So this week, the weekly candle that breaks this 11-year resistance, in my opinion, could even be as huge as the other weekly candles we saw right after such an intense coiling of the Bitcoin price. Like I said, we only seen it here once, twice. Maybe if we count this, and this is already a lot of price movement here, I wouldn't even count this. But still, we've only seen this a couple of times in the history of Bitcoin, that Bitcoin doesn't really move for like 3 weeks. And every time after that, we saw massive price movements of 30% or more. So I think that it's actually possible that if now on the things that I showed you on the smaller time frames happen, that it's possible that within the next 1 or 2 weeks, we see a massive explosion of Bitcoin. Because right now, people are not that into crypto anymore as a couple of weeks ago, or like like 2 or 3 weeks ago. A lot of people are not that actively following the market. I see it in my views, in engagement, and so on, and also on other channels, and also in Google Trends and stuff. So as soon as this now happens, the big whales could make sure that the first initial pump, the retailers a lot of them would actually miss out on. And then the retailers would jump in, and this would result in the rest of this massive candle, maybe to the $90,000 level even, before we then see probably like a retest of this 11-year resistance and stuff, and continue then to the upside. This is my most bullish Bitcoin scenario at the moment, because the next big resistance would come in at the $300,000 level only. And guys, please keep in mind, like I said, it only happened 3 times in the history of Bitcoin that for 3 weeks, we almost didn't see any price movement on the closes. And after that, like I said, there was always a massive price move. So yeah, like I said, don't miss this. Guys, please subscribe, activate the bell, and for sure, guys, like I said, just stick around within the next 2 weeks. You don't want to miss out on this top tier project that is giving actually a massive airdrop. I'm involved as well, like I said. And if this happens, guys, like I said, if you can secure a few tokens for free, it's possible. Like I said, just stick around, subscribe, activate the bell. You won't miss out on it. Make sure to, in general, just to subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss out on any Bitcoin updates. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and we are going to see us in the next one. Till then, bye.